The time is just gone 8:40 a.m. and it's time now to look at the minimum wage proposal for domestic workers. Now, we believe that they could be the biggest winners in 2022. And we now chat to Eunice Dladla, the Assistant General Secretary of the South African Domestic Service and Allied Workers Union. Eunice, good morning to you and welcome to the show.
Good morning to you too. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, now, Eunice, let's talk about domestic workers being the biggest winners in 2022 in terms of the proposed minimum wage adjustments.
Can you repeat your question, please?
I said, let's talk about the minimum wage proposal where domestic workers could be the biggest winners in 2022.
Yeah. I can't hear you properly, please.
Eunice, we're talking about the Department of Employment and Labor. They've gazetted that they're looking for public comment, looking at what domestic workers are earning currently. And with the 2022 wage proposals, there has been recommendations where domestic workers could possibly get up to 21% increase in their salaries in 2022.
Yeah, domestic workers really are still earning so little. If I can get time, I've received a phone call this morning. A worker is earning 1,000, and the employer, after this COVID, when this COVID comes in, the salary was decreased. Domestic workers really are earning so little. Yes, I don't know what to say. Saying yes, we accept the increase, or what are we saying? Because yes, increase, we do need it. But what about the minimum wage? Because most of employers, they don't care about minimum wage. Never mind increase, they don't even do it. It's not employers who are doing it. Yes, we are pleased that Labour does talk about us, but really they forget us about the payment. Domestic workers are far behind. 23 increase. Really, yes, thank you, but it's too little for domestic workers. The way they're earning so little. These are parents. Most of domestic workers are single parents. What about children? Feeding children. The school is going to open next year. Uniform, food, a lot. And a granny or aunt who is staying with their children, who is going to pay them? Who is going to feed them? Never mind payment. Who is going to feed aunt and children at home?
Yes. Now, also, we know that when we're talking about the minimum wage, we know it's not a living wage because when one looks at the poverty line, even Stats South Africa puts it down at 624 rand per person, which means minimum just for food alone, an average household of 3 or 4 people, needs to earn at least 2,200 rand. And, as you mentioned, 1,000 rand, which is absolutely nothing. But with this new proposal, it is anticipated that domestic workers could earn up to about 4,600 rand, which obviously is a step forward and a step in the right direction.
It is true. It is a step forward. But what I'm trying to say, domestic workers are not getting a minimum wage. Nothing, nothing is happening about domestic workers, and no one is talking about it. Even themselves as employers, they don't care about it because no one is trying to scrutinize and find out if our domestic workers getting minimum wage. They're not. What about increment then? They don't care about it. Yes, some of those, there are some of employers who cares about workers, but most of them, they don't care. We don't know what to do because we are doing campaigns, we are doing this and that, but nothing is happening. We try to talk to labor, we try to talk to employers, but they don't care. I believe maybe if the law enforcement can be done to find out if labor maybe or government, if I can say, to go around and find out and see if are domestic workers getting minimum wage, just minimum wage, not even a living wage, minimum wage. They're not. Yes, we do want an increase, but so little, really, it's very, very little for domestic workers.
Yes, well, certainly this has been a very, very controversial issue for a very, very long time, and also a matter of great concern. And I suppose that is the reason why, Eunice, you are talking to the likes of labor, you are talking to the likes of the government to basically force the issue on employers.
Yes. Can you repeat, please? I don't know what's wrong with our line.
Yes. No, in fact, it was just a comment that I made that, you mentioned that you are talking to labor and you are talking to government to try and at least force the issue so that employers can comply.
Yes, that is very true, because they don't comply. If we do talk to them, they don't even listen to us. You can talk until whatever. Workers, they don't even listen to them. As we are educating workers every Saturday in our office about their rights. When the workers trying to when the workers try to educate those employers, or maybe tell them that the laws says 1, 2, 3, they don't care. They're just told that that government not in my property, not at all. So I don't know what can be done by whom to these employers who doesn't want to comply.
Well, Eunice, thank you very much for that and for your time with us this morning. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Every 60 seconds,